When Ukraine successfully targeted Russia's prized warship Moskva in April with anti-ship cruise missiles, it had some help from the United States, says a report. Having spotted the Russian warship in the Black Sea, Ukraine forces called their American contacts for confirmation that it was in fact the Moskva. Sources familiar with the events told CNN. The US responded that it was Moskva and provided intelligence about its location. It is not clear whether the US knew Ukraine would move to strike the ship. However, the US was not involved in that decision, the sources said. Pentagon Press Secretary John Kirby said that the US has now for weeks been sharing information and intelligence about Russian units, both at sea and ashore, to help the Ukrainians defend themselves against the invasion. And it is going to continue to do that. Kirby had previously told CNN this: "We did not provide Ukraine with specific targeting information for the Moskva. We were not involved in the Ukrainians' decision to strike the ship or in the operation they carried out. We had no prior knowledge of Ukraine's intent to target the ship. The Ukrainians have their own intelligence capabilities to track and target Russian naval vessels, as they did in this case." When asked if US intelligence had resulted in Russian deaths, Kirby said he would not reveal the specifics about the intelligence that the US provides. The intelligence that we provide to Ukraine is legal, it's lawful, it is legitimate, and it is limited. And we are very careful about what we share and when we share it, Kirby added. The ship sank after it was struck by 2 Ukrainian cruise missiles on April 14th, dealing a huge blow to the Russian military. The episode reflects the Biden administration's increasingly forward-leaning posture when it comes to sharing intelligence with Ukraine. This is also part of a broader policy shift of the US towards helping Ukraine defeat Russia decisively on the battlefield and significantly weaken its military. But it also raises questions about what the red lines are for the US and Russia when it comes to US military support to Ukraine. The US has for months provided Ukrainian forces with intelligence about Russian troop movements inside Ukraine, including intercepted communications about Russian military planning. It also provides Ukraine with maritime awareness information to allow the country to better understand the threat posed by Russian ships in the Black Sea, many of which are firing missiles onto Ukrainian territory. There are also clear limits, however, to what the US will share, multiple sources told CNN. For instance, the US has so far declined to provide information to Ukraine about potential targets inside Russia itself. And while the intelligence the US shares about Russian troop movements inside Ukraine can include details like vehicles and types of personnel at a particular location, the US has not provided Ukraine with intelligence about specific Russian military leaders' whereabouts, officials have said. Ukraine combines information that the US and other partners provide with the intelligence Ukraine officials themselves gather on the battlefield. After that, they make their own decisions and take their own actions. Following a series of military and logistical setbacks, Moscow has most recently concentrated efforts on the Donbas region of eastern Ukraine. Donbas has been on the front line of the Russia-Ukraine conflict since 2014. Heavy fighting continued on May 5th inside the Azovstal steel complex, according to a Ukrainian commander at the plant. He claimed the Russians had broken their pledge to allow civilians to leave through evacuation corridors on Thursday. It is presumed that between 200 and 300 civilians are still inside the plant, including 30 children. Since Sunday, it has been bombarding from land, sea, and air, according to him. The saddest part of this war is even after more than 70 days of fighting, firing, and bombing, no world organization or world leader has been able to put an end to this war that have been killing innocent civilians and destroying a nation.